What is up, guys? I'm Clover Spilt Milk here, or Vivian. As some of you may recognise me as dressed today. I decided to cosplay for the Comic Con here at Olympia. As you can see, you're going to see Aid Edmondson. There he is. I've already seen him. Also, going to see other stars like Alexei Sale, Derek Jacobi, Brian Blessed, Sam Jones, and lots of other people as well. What is up, guys? I'm Clover Spilt Milk here, and over the last weekend, on the 15th of November 2025 to be precise, I went to the London Winter Comic Con at Olympia, organised by Showmasters, Olympia in Kensington in London. So, as you probably saw, this is the first Comic Con I went to in cosplay. I cosplayed, hopefully you recognised it as Vivian from the Young Ones. You perhaps can see him here. If I can get one, if I can get my there behind me, as you can see, bit of interactive video there. The Aid Edmondson, who played Vivian, basically the person with the ginger Mohican haircut, as you can see in the illustration behind me. I hope you can see. So I saw quite a few people at the Comic Con. And also this was also the first Comic Con I went to. I actually got a diamond pass. Here you go. Look at it glisten. So this one's for Aid Edmondson. So as you can see, with that one, so it's punched at the top. So basically, the idea is you get loads of these, and you wear as like a dog tag around your neck. And with it, you get a, as you can see, it's been punched out. You get a, that one's for a photo shoot. That one's for autograph, and that one's for a free gift you get. So this was £125. So with that, you get the free gift was quite quite cool bag. As you can see, I hope you can recognise it. It's Vivian, but with a face hogger. So it combines the two franchises that Aid's famous for, Alien and the Young Ones. So you can see, and it shows reflected in this diamond pass as well. So there you go. You got Vivian from the Young Ones, and don't know who he plays in Alien, but this is obviously him in Alien. Very cool. So that bag I showed you was part of the thing. You also got a so the photo shoot would on its own would be £55, and so with the autograph that'd be £55 as well. So the bag must be £15. I spent £125. Well, £126. It's £1 booking fee as well. Yeah, I know. But yeah, so basically that bag was about £15. Is it worth getting a diamond pass? I'd say it's hard to say. I mean, you do get to for the photo shoot. They call it because I was batch one. I basically got, as soon as Aid Edmondson was announced, I was right in there. So I got batch one, as you can see. So I got to the photo. I was one of the first people called up for the photo shoot, which was late on in the day. It also meant I could also queue up straight away to get my autograph. I didn't have to join a virtual queue, take a number, come back later. I could just go, straight in the queue, get your thing you want them to sign. So here is the autograph I've got them to do. As you can see, it's Aid Edmondson as Vivian from the Young Ones. The quote here says to Jake, "This calls for a special blend of psychology and extreme violence." As you can see, this is from the my favourite episode of the Young Ones, Bambi. So basically, if you've never seen that episode, basically they start off going a failed journey to the laundrette when they realised they don't want to pay to use the machine to wash their clothes, and then they realise, and then Neil remembers halfway through the episode that they have been called to go into University Challenge. So that's Ada's. So basically, that's a quote he says during the when they go to the laundrette. He goes, "Oh, lardy, lardy, because the machines won't wash their clothes because they're so filthy." And he makes out there's some of Felicity Kendall's underwear in there. That's quite funny. So this is the photo shoot I had with Aid Edmondson. As you can see, I did my best to look. He said I look pathetic, but I wouldn't expect anything less from Aid because he's that sort of person. Yeah, and that's as you can see, me and Aid Edmondson. He just looks a bit. Who's he? Yeah, but he said he was quite fun. He's quite a fun guy. I'm glad to have met him. To be honest, he didn't say much to me, but he was quite. As you can probably imagine, he was quite busy, quite. But I did get a minute of him, and he said that he looked pathetic. Obviously, he must have recognised who I was trying to be. It wasn't a pathetic attempt, to be honest. I did try my best, but yeah, never mind. Staying with young ones, Christopher Ryan was meant to be at the event, but I think he pulled out about a few weeks before the event. That's one thing I will say about Showmasters. They're a bit naughty there. They got him and they didn't really announce him he was cancelled. It was only until when I was actually in London, the day before, I was getting excited for the event with my friends and saying, can't wait to see these people. And they said, oh, you do know Christopher Ryan's cancelled? And I'm like, no, because I just like read it and it's like, well, I want to see him, her, whatever. But the other young ones person there was Alexei Sale. As you can see, this was when he was dressing up as what's his name again? The Italian dictator. I forget his name now. It'll come to me later on. Yeah, so he was quite fun. He remembers all his lines. He goes. He said, yeah. So this is yeah. So Alexei said to me, you remember the line? That's for the invasion of Abyssinia and Crete. Mussolini, that's his name. I remember now. Yeah. So Alexei Sale was quite fun as well. Yeah. All good fun. Now, next up, I wasn't expecting to get this one. A bit of a drum roll, please. This is one I wanted to get a few years ago, but I couldn't. Here we are. David Tennant. I wasn't expecting to get him at all. I did try my best a few years ago when he was with Jodie Whittaker and Matt Smith. I couldn't believe it though. There was like people. This is my most expensive autograph, a new world record, as it were. This was £135 for an autograph. As I said before, AIDS was 55. I think Alexei's sales was 30. I couldn't believe it. There was people in front of me. There was they had 20 things for him to sign. So that'd be about a few grand. But I suppose I don't know if they're like traders or whatever. When they sell them on, they'll probably recoup all that and more. I was quite surprised. The queue. Normally it was I think the last time I tried to see David Tennant, it was like no bother, don't even try because he'd be busy. But I went there towards the end of the day. I was actually looking for the toilets, and then I was like. Is it? I stumbled upon it. I didn't. It was neatly. It was neatly tucked away in the corner that you didn't, away from all the other stars. And I found him, and I was like, and there's hardly a queue. And I said to the person, "Can I just queue up?" And he went, "Yeah, absolutely. You've got the money. Grab yourself what you want him to sign." And he did. So I spoke to him, and he went. He went, "Oh, Jake." So I said, "Absolute pleasure to meet you." And he said, "Oh, pleasure to meet you as well." And after the comment sign, he went, "Alonzi." And I was like, "Yes." Oh, here we go. Yeah, continuing on with Doctor Who, I also saw Pearl Mackie. As you can see, Bill Potts, Peter Capaldi's assistant. mainstay assistant, I should say. Um, there you go to Jake. Best wishes. Uh, and then Bill Potts, Pearl Mackie. So that's awesome. Yeah, wanted to get her for a long time as well. I've also got another big one, Derek Jacobi. I didn't think I was going to get him either. He was £55, but I persevered and I got him in the end. I asked him, "How are you, Derek?" And he went, surviving." And I was like, "Well, you can always regenerate, you know." And I said, "No, no, don't do that. Don't regenerate. We love you as you are." And he just smiled. Hope I made this day. Yeah, there you go, Derek Jacobi as the Master from Doctor Who. Of course, he's been in plenty of things. He's mostly for the theatre background, as you probably know. But yeah, here he is as the Master, Doctor Yana, I think he was, until you realise who he was. So because I got my passes early, you got a free gift. You got a free. That's why it's not. That's why this one's not personalised. It's I can't remember her name. It's basically she played. I think she played Moaning Myrtle. Um, but yeah, she was also in that episode where that Absorbaloff. She was like a person absorbed, wasn't she? In that episode by Peter Kay. I can't remember her name now, but it's a free gift. So there you go. Moving on. So another. This is the. I always get a Star Wars. This one is Paul Blake as Greedo. Normally, I wear as you probably know, I wear my Han Solo T-shirt. So I was kind of glad for this one that I didn't wear it. But I got him to quote, "Going somewhere solo." Um, he loved it. As you can see by his fingers, you can't really see it in the film. I don't know how he managed to you know, get get his finger around the trigger for for his gun. But I think it's like those some old gardening gloves, and they put those. When you get those guns and you lick the ends of the bullet, and it sticks to like the surface that you shoot it at. It's one of those sort of bullets in the end of the gloves. Yeah, that's quite a good one. He had quite a lot to say. Just to say, going somewhere solo, and he was very accommodating, and had a bit of a laugh with him. He was quite good. Next, on to now Harry Potter. Now, I didn't expect to get Matthew Lewis. Here he is as Neville Longbottom. Yeah, because I thought he'd be quite busy. Him and people like him and Derek Jacobi. I thought they'd be quite busy. But yeah, I quite I'm David Tennant, but as far as I got him is there he is. Matthew Lewis as Neville Longbottom. I said to Professor Sprout, says you have a aptitude for herbology, and he went, "I'm not in real life though, I'm afraid. I know nothing about plants in real life." But yeah, here he is. He says to Jake, he says, "Jake, love Matthew Lewis." Yeah. Well, he loves his fans, I guess. There you are. Okay. More Harry Potter. Got Tiana Jordan here. Tiana Benjamin, sorry. As Angelina Johnson. There you go. So after, I think it was either Fred or George asked her to the ball. I didn't realise she also played Chelsea in EastEnders as well. But there you are. I did ask her would you go to the ball with me? And she said, "Well, you do know that is." She did say to me, "You do know that is." But that's not real. Don't you? And as I said to her, I quickly thought, and I thought, "Oh, that's okay. I know that Fred or George is already taking you. That's fine." To diffuse the situation. Yeah, well, it was worth a go, isn't it? Anyway, if you don't try, you don't get. And this is the case of Comic Con. If you don't try and get the autographs, you're not going to get them. No, I thought this year I'm going to try and get them, and I got quite a few, as you can see. Next up, we do a franchise that I haven't done before, Flash Gordon, but because it's only one film really from the Flash Gordon, from that franchise. Here is Brian Blessed, um, Vulcan Dive, and here he is saying, "Gordon's alive." He didn't really do much booming voices. He looked like he was must have been, I can imagine these people doing the guests doing the autographs. It must be quite tiring after a while. You do your best, and you're just trying to get through the day. I can get it when I spoke to Derek Jacobi, and he said I'm surviving. I get it. I understand. I'm trying to be, but I'm paying that sort of money, so I want to get something for it. Yeah, so there we are. Brian Blessed, as you probably know, he also played Boss Nass in Star Wars Episode 1, Jar Jar Binks. And I wanted him to go, when I was leaving, I wanted him to go, be gone with you! But he didn't. I'm guessing he must have been really tired or busy, but yeah, he's getting on a bit now, I think, anyway. And finally, I got here Sam Jones as Flash Gordon himself. Yeah, I wanted to see Brian Blessed for a long time, and didn't think I'd be able to get to see Brian Blessed as well, like Derek Jacobi and Matthew Lewis, but I did get to see him, so there we are. And here is Sam Jones as Flash Gordon. Awesome. I like that. That's awesome. Yeah, so I had a really good time. I also my friend brought a the usual posse with me, and I also had another friend come with me. We broke his Comic Con virginity. He said he'll definitely come again. He enjoyed it. He had a good day. He liked to. I think he liked to. He wanted to see the cosplay, people doing the cosplay. Yeah, and I think he quite enjoyed it. It's quite. It's. It must. I think. Yeah. I mean, I can see where the appeal is. I mean, people put a lot of effort into their cosplays. So I do appreciate people when people dress up. And I did notice. There's a lot of two people. When the people who came to see Ade Edmondson, they dressed up as one dressed up as the Ade Edmondson character. So one dressed up as either like Vivian or Eddie from Bottom, etc., etc. And then the other person dresses up as the Rick Mayall character. So one dresses as Rick or Richie Richard as well. There's also quite at least two people who dressed up as the Halloween in Halloween costumes. I think one dresses as like one dresses as a devil when Rick Mayall's character, and one dresses as Banana, Eddie's character. That was quite fun as well. There also plenty when they're doing the photo shoot. There was this one person was dressed up as Eddie Hitler. He was quite good, and he said to Ade Edmondson, "Kick me in the balls." As you've seen that, I wish I got a picture of his picture to show. That was really cool. That was really good. It was like he did Ade Edmondson a lot better than It was like better than Ade Edmondson, and Ade Edmondson was himself. It's quite good. It was quite funny. Would I cosplay again? I don't know. I think it depends. Of like, I probably might do for a local Comic Con. But just like just a bit of annoyance when you have to carry around more clothing. If you're going, if you're staying at a hotel, for example, it's a bit of a annoyance having to carry more clothing around with you than you need, I suppose, and accessories and stuff. So perhaps with like the more local Comic Cons I go to, where I don't, you don't have to carry around. You can keep your stuff in the car, etc., etc. Maybe maybe I would for the local ones. I might dress up still. I mean, I did speak to quite a few people. People said to me, "Oh wow!" They said, "Yes, we can see you look like you dress up as Vivian." They got it straight away. So I must have got it. Must have nailed it. As a look, even though I thought when I had the final result, I didn't think too much of it, to be honest. But people appreciate it. I think, I suppose, as long as you show you make the effort. People do recognise it. I do see people, dressed up as other people. They don't go the whole hog. They just they do like an inexpensive version of it. And I appreciate it. It's I can tell what they're trying to go for, and and I say, oh, well, nice cosplay, and everyone appreciates it and likes it. Um, and when I get Diamond Pass again, um, like I said before, I think there has to be someone who I really want to see, who I really am a fan of. You know, people on behind me on the wall behind me. Uh, no, that I'll probably get a cosplay Diamond Pass for again. Yeah, someone who if I go to an event, and maybe there's someone who I definitely want to see, who I will not leave without their autograph, then I perhaps would definitely get a Diamond Pass. Yeah, but I enjoyed my day. I only went for one day. Lots of people went on the Sunday. People like Freeman Agyeman, who almost saw in Newcastle a few years ago, or a couple of years ago now. Sorry. Yeah, Arthur Darville, who I saw in Newcastle as well. He was there Sunday as well. Yeah, so yeah, quite a lot of, but the bulk of the people I wanted to see who were there just on the Saturday, I saw on the Saturday, so we just went for the Saturday. Yeah, like I said before, probably might not go to as many Comic Cons now. Um, I've got quite a few autographs there. Unless there's someone there who I really want to see. Now that I know, I see Christopher Ryan's been doing the rounds now. He's doing quite a few Comic Cons. I didn't realise he was the person who played the in Doctor Who. What's it called again? The the people who look like potato heads. The, the Sarons? I don't know. I didn't realize he was like the cap, the the general, the cap, the leader of them, the of that race. But I do know that he's been doing some Comic Con, so perhaps I'll have to see if he attends one near to me. And there's other people there I want to see as well. I think let's go, let's do it. Yeah, so perhaps him. I've already saw Nigel Planer. I saw him in Norcon a few years ago now. Yeah, so I've seen Nigel Planer. Rick Mail, I'd love to have met him, but well, he's been a few. Yeah, it's been about 5 years now. I reckon more than that. Since he passed away. I can tell that Day A definitely misses him, and don't we all? Yeah, so perhaps next Comic Con for me. I think this calendar year, I think I'm done. This is usually, the midway through November is probably like the last time. There was one in Liverpool, one by Monopoly events on the same dates in Liverpool. Um, so I was debating whether to do Liverpool or London, but because London had more people I wanted to see, I went to the London one. Plus, I already went to the Liverpool one earlier on in the year. I do prefer the Monopoly events ones. I do find they're better organised. With the Showmasters ones, they had guests booked like Richard Dreyfuss, who was in Jaws. I think he was in Jurassic Park as well. I also had the voice actor for Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Is it Ben Whitemead? I think it was. I wanted to see him. He also pulled out last minute as well. Christopher Chung. He was in the latest Doctor Who series as one of the what they called again, unit people. One of the officers in that as well. Christopher Ryan, like I said before, he was meant to be there as well, but he wasn't. And there's a few others as well. Yeah, like I said before, I think my friend he wanted to see Mark Pellegrino. They had Mark Pellegrino down a couple of times to come to Showmasters Con, and he pulled out both times, and he was quite disappointed because that's all he booked. That's all he wanted to come and see. So I do feel for my friend, but he did get to see Mark Pellegrino eventually at a Monopoly event in Scotland. So all's well that ends well, and he also saw a lot of other supernatural characters as well. So it all worked out in the end as well. Yeah, like I said before, The thing, the Showmaster ones, I do enjoy them. I don't get me wrong. I did enjoy, uh, the experience over the weekend. But as I said, they could be better. They could be better organised. Um, you know, they seem sometimes just seem very disorganised at times, and it is a bit naughty. I can see on the website still they're still saying that Richard Dreyfuss will be there when he wasn't. So yeah, that's not very good. Anyway, so the next Comic Con I intend to go to will be the one in Great Yarmouth. I believe that's usually at the end of May, beginning of June. That's when they usually start up again. I know there's one in Aberdeen. That's in March. My friend's thinking about going to that one. I think there's some people there he wants to see. I'm not really bothered about it, to be honest. But who knows? Between now and then, there might be some more people announced. Um, yeah, so yeah, perhaps Great Yarmouth will be the next one for me at the end of May, beginning of June. I can't believe it's yeah, I'm already talking about 2026 already, but here we are. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like, comment, and subscribe.